Good evening, everybody, and welcome to the Believes Crypto Show, where we talk about major events in the crypto space and we focus on trading. My name is Believes. I'm your host, so please do me the favor, hit that like button, hit the subscribe button, hit the bell to be notified of future content, and we're going to kick this off right after the jump. And yes, it's still Christmas, at least for the intro.
It's your boy Believes. Everybody listen up. Let's get it. I'm trying to put money in your pocket. That crypto wallet. That bing bada bing ching ching big profit. Even when the market's sideways, I'm looking for ways to get paid. I'm checking my coins around breakfast, then again around bedtime. Bet this, it's not financial advice, but I'm always right. 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 I'm always right.
What is going on, everybody? I hope you're having a great evening. We're going to talk about the top 5 things that are happening in crypto right now, and then we're going to focus on trading. And let's kick it off right now. Number 1, Bitcoin reclaims $90,000 after a dip because of a lot of geopolitical tensions that are running rampant. One of the things has been Donald Trump and what's just been some craziness coming out of the White House in relation to what's going on with Greenland. Now, it seems like Donald Trump has kind of drawn that back just a little bit and said that they have a future deal in place for something. So that caused Bitcoin to start to surge today after a little bit of a dip for the last couple days. Which we'll be paying attention to it. And if anything changes here, then we will let you know. Number 2, Trump pushes for a quick crypto bill signing to beat China because in his estimation, China is about to flip the script and go all in on crypto. And that would leave the United States chasing down China, which is a silly thing to do when you have the ability right now to do something. And number 5 on this list is going to be some really good news in regards to this right now. Number 3 on the list, however, is that BlackRock is spotlighting Bitcoin tokenization and stablecoins as 2026 drivers. And not only do they do that, but they've also partnered with Delaware Life to offer crypto and Bitcoin linked services to retirees, which offers principal protection and crypto exposure at the same time, which is signaling deep institutional engagement and mainstream adoption continuing to happen. And number 4, Ethereum is having a little bit of a pullback. Now we're starting to see some movement from Bitcoin. We saw a little bit of a break above today on Bitcoin, but Ethereum did not really match it, or at least it did match it in spirit, but it couldn't maintain. So Ethereum trading right around $3,000 right now. We're going to need to see a move from Bitcoin, from Ethereum. Otherwise, altcoin season, not going to happen. We need Ethereum for altcoin season, at least under the current structure. There might be a time in the future where we don't need Ethereum to run, that Ethereum works on its own, but now is not that time. If we want an altcoin season, then we've got to have a huge Ethereum rally coming up very, very soon. And then number 5, which is the most important one in my estimation, is the Senate is now advancing. The Agriculture Committee is now advancing the crypto market structure framework. Now, they are set to release an updated draft on the crypto market structure legislation soon. Remember, the last one was kind of a non-starter on both sides for a various group of reasons, one of which was that it was going to absolutely crush and kill DeFi. Now, at the same time, I do want to say that while we're dealing with that, we should also acknowledge and recognize here, crypto as we know it is probably dead. We're probably not going to see the kind of, let me rephrase it. We're going to see a blow-off moment. We're going to see an altcoin season. We're going to see a Bitcoin rip. We're going to see some explosive numbers coming out of cryptocurrency over the next couple of months. But then I think that's it. And crypto as we know it, we will never see again. Let me point out a few things that I think are very, very important for people. And let me pop chat up here. If you're looking for meme coin opportunity, crypto opportunity with meme coin, stuff like that, I don't think you're going to get it going forward. Or I think that if you do, it's going to be very, very rare. The reason is quite simple. Basically, crypto in the meme coin space and those low altcoin gems is gambling. And a lot of people are not into gambling, but a lot of people are. The people who are into gambling want an immediate reward. Crypto has not provided them with that immediate reward. But what did provide them with that immediate reward? Prediction markets. Now, instead of buying some SHIB and hearing somebody like me saying, well, listen, bro, if you just hold it for a couple of years, then it'll probably go back to where it was when you bought it, or something's just stupid. Instead of that, you can just go to a prediction market and you can just decide on a bet. If you think something's a good idea, go find it on a bet and then bet on it. And then boom, before you know it, you'll have a result. You might win, you might lose, but it's very, very simple. And you can accumulate and you can quote unquote stack. I mean, that's basically what it comes down to. And every time you're doing crypto, a lot of people in their long positions, they're doing that anyway. YOLO. They're going to put 50 bucks, 100 bucks, 1,000 bucks into something. They're going to go 50x long just to see what happens. They might get a massive score or they might get wrecked. Most likely they're going to get wrecked. So what you're seeing right now is you're seeing prediction markets taking over that crypto space. And that means that most likely we're going to see the death knell of this, but we'll still get one last blow off moment where things will go crazy. And then we're going to become builders and we're going to start talking about the things that matter the most. And the things that matter the most are things with protocols, things with usage, things that we can actually do stuff with. So that's what's going to happen over the next little while. So now let's get into what's going on here. Now, to start off with, the market ended yesterday with a nice green candle off of that dip that we got. Now, I did buy this dip. I am not up. I think I might be basically at zero right now because I accumulated yesterday and I put about 200 bucks into a long position. And yeah, it's down 2% right now. It's a 5x long position. My average price right now is 90,200. So I'm sitting just a little bit under. I started to DCA yesterday and I continued to buy all day long. I kept buying dip after dip after dip after dip because I wanted to accumulate. But once I had already entered the position, which was around 90,300, I wasn't feeling that. So I think I did 100 or I did $80 at first, something like that. Then it dipped a little bit down to 89,000. Remember I said a buy order, by the way, where was it? I said a buy order at 87,717. So I got like 50 bucks at 87,717. Then I looked a little bit later and the market had started to surge, but I was still a little bit down. So I bought more. So I've been DCAing basically all day long, just a little bit here, a little bit there, just to see what would happen. So I think now I got a bag and I'm pretty happy with that one. Hopefully we're going to see a nice little run off of it. And let's talk about what that run's going to look like. So what we're seeing right now is a move down here. Now, again, I'm preferring right now KCEX because, and by the way, you are too, because I'm getting zero engagement from weeks right now, but I am getting every day you guys are making money on KCEX and I'm getting notified that you guys are absolutely crushing it. So everybody who's been doing your positions on KCEX, thank you so much. You've been supportive of me in this regard. So what do I think is going to happen right now? I think we're going to make a run. We're going to make a run back up to 98,000, and I think it's going to happen pretty quickly. I think we're going to see some of these big green candles here right now starting to happen one more time. Now, the other part to that is, let's also look at, if we were looking at this from a, let's call it a parallel channel for right now. Let's take the tops over here, let's take the bottoms over here, and you see how that's playing out right now? What I think is going to happen is I think we're going to see a surge up into 100,000 coming up very soon. So we've had a bottom, we've got a top, we have a bottom, we had a top, we had a bottom, we had almost the top. Then we came back down to the heart line, and then we went to the top. Then we came to the bottom. What do you think is going to happen again? we're going to the top. Top is going to be right around 100,000. So if you have not already, I would recommend strongly that you grab yourself a long position on Bitcoin. Doesn't mean that we're going to go up above 100,000. Doesn't mean that the rally's on, that we're going to 150. Doesn't mean any of that. It just means that right now at 87,717, you're going to get a bounce here, most likely to 100,000. So that's what I'm looking for. That's what I'm looking to play out right now. I'm looking for a full take profit somewhere along this sort of range here. And as we kind of zoom it out here over the next couple of days, would make sense that it would take until about February 1st. That around February 1st, we should be back to $100,000. If we're at $100,000, then it's going to have been a good run. Remember, we are at 3 trillion market cap. Just a few short days ago, we were talking about, oh, the recovery looks like it's in at 3.29 trillion. We're starting to see that money flow back in, but it, of course, capitulated. However, when it capitulated, look at what happened here. We got capitulation down to the trend line that we've been on for 2 years now, or almost 3 years now. But we've been continuing on that trend line right now with no variance, by the way. Every time we get there, we bounce strong off of it. We hit it, bounce strong, hit it, bounce strong, hit it, bounce super strong, hit it, time to bounce super strong. Now, the one thing that you can say about it is, well, you know, if you're consolidating in this range right here, then you're probably going to break support. However, we saw that happen over here. When that happened, we eventually got that absolute breakout right there. Saw the same thing over here, got that eventual breakout. So just because we're consolidating right around that range doesn't mean that we're not going to have some upward momentum. So again, set your buy right now. Entering right here, I think, is a very good position right now for Bitcoin. Again, looking for 100,000 on Bitcoin. Ethereum, look at this. We got, and by the way, guys, I told you, I gave you my levels, right? I gave you my spots. I told you where I think things are going to go. And guess what? Unfortunately, sometimes I'm just right. You know what I mean? Not because I know everything, but because you can see it in the market. You can see what's going to happen. And guess what? I thought we were going to get that move back up to the top here, but then I said, if not, then we're going to break back down and we're going to end up coming back down into this range. And guess what? Son of a bitch. It's exactly where we ended up, okay? So I don't make this shit up. This is what the charts tell me. This is what it reads. This is what it says is going to happen next. And it's always giving me 2 plot points that could happen at any given time. It's not always just that simple, ultimately. What you look at and what you see sometimes is just, it's difficult sometimes to look at and try to figure out exactly what's going to happen. It really is. It's just, it's complicated, right? So now, however, this means to me that we're probably going to break. Now, the issue that I would have in this regard right here was, this is a great entry point, okay? But this trend line that's been kind of running right there, if we don't break strongly back up into it and then do something like that for a breakout, then this is going to stop the rally right here at 3,200, and then we're going to see we're going to see 28 probably pop back in. Now, the reason that it's important is if you look at it from this context and you say, well, we've got this trend line, and the trend line does really look kind of positive, and we're touching as many data points as we can right now. So we've got that data point touch there, we've got the data point touch there, we've got the data point touch right there, but we wick down just a little bit. So we're still in an uptrend, but it's not looking like a strong uptrend anymore. We need a break above. We need to break above the support around 3,500 to get confirmation. The reason that matters is because if we don't, then long-term holders are going to decide this is the top, they've made their profit, and they're going to start selling, and they're going to start waiting for the eventual dip. Now, knowing that, what could we do? Well, if we zoom out, we can make an argument the entire time that we are maintaining a very bullish narrative. Okay, we can maintain this and we can say that we're still bullish because we're not breaking down, we're breaking up, right? However, the problem is that people look over here again, October 10, that black swan of winter mutes selling off on the market and dumping into the market. was not a great look, was not a great sign. It was a sign of weakness, okay? It was a sign of weakness in the markets. And by the way, Wintermute, despite the fact that I might joke and clown about the fact that Wintermute did that, they're free to invest however they want. They're free to do whatever they want. Is the market manipulated? Absolutely and certainly. Can we do anything about it? Not a chance. Not a chance. So, I mean, I don't know what to say other than that. So, Ethereum, anyway, I'm going to look for a big move for Ethereum over the next couple of days. Again, we've had that touchdown here, and it's time for a rally back to the upside. Another one that's ready for that is Solana. Solana broke down, didn't go down all the way to that buy zone, however, had a strong rebound. If it has a strong rebound here, this is your entry position. Now, you know, obviously the entry position was $125, again, for the break to the upside. So we're going to watch Solana. $146 is going to be the spot right there where I would essentially, if I'm in a long position on Solana, taking my profit at $146. I'm not waiting around for some kind of miracle reversal or anything like that. I'm going to scalp that. I'm going to take that money when it's available. So if you're setting a buy right now, go ahead and go long on Solana. Remember, the news coming out right now of Davos, the news coming out of the United States right now is very, very positive, very, very bullish. We're not seeing any kind of breakdown. And next week, we're going to get the potential for the rate cut. I don't know that we're going to see the rate cut, but there's an enormous amount of pressure on Jerome Powell to do something. Now, also, it should be said that Jerome Powell has said that he's going to go into the Supreme Court and he's going to listen to Trump's attempt to fire a Federal Reserve commissioner. And Scott Bessent said he shouldn't do that because that's he's turning it into a political ploy. Scott Bessent, by the way, went to the Supreme Court and did the same thing when we were talking about tariffs, okay? So I don't want to say these guys are clowns, but they are double standard rich people who could not care less about what's right. They just want to do whatever they want to do. Okay. Now, and by the way, that's going to be ultimately a good thing for cryptocurrency at some point, just not right now. It hasn't worked out at all, but it should. It should, by all rights. The fact that they absolutely ignore decorums and norms, I mean, is absolutely asinine. But at the same time, let them cook, I guess, is the only phrase, okay? XRP broke down. I gave you the spot. I gave you the buy. I gave you the opportunity. Here you are one more time again. Again, it's going to pop up here into this 220 level, and then it's going to just blow through into 270. It's coming very soon, okay? Tau has got me a little concerned right now, but it's got me concerned in the same way that the entire market has me concerned, not in the way that I'm looking at Tau as being a problem and breaking down. It's just the level of weakness that you're watching right now on AI cryptos. And by the way, it's not just Tau. It's all of the AI cryptos. We'll go through a few of those as we look, but there's nothing really that's exciting me here. But again, if we take this and look, we got this move right here. And you know, sometimes I set this because I'm stupid. I set it the wrong way. And then right there. So we got their data points, right? We got 1, 2, 3 data points where we're hitting right now. So now what's the question? What's it going to do? And the odds are for this break right up here above to $300 one more time, which is a 25% increase. Take about a week to get there. Could take a couple days. I mean, like it's done it before in just a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, in 6 days. It went up enough to justify that move. And it was right here, as a matter of fact. From here to here, took 5 days. And look at this. If we did that again, boom, right there at $315. So, and I'm not waiting for $315. $300 is going to be my exit strategy, my exit point right there. So I'll be looking for the same thing from Tau. BNB, BNB had a red day, despite the fact the rest of the market had a green day. So, you know, let's kind of sit on the sidelines right now. BNB has been weakening. It's an example of retail kind of exiting the arena. Avalanche, same thing, broke below our little spot right here, but then came back into it yesterday. It broke down, then it broke back up immediately. Now it's breaking back into that range. If it's break back into the range, then it's going to $15 right there. It's going to go back to that $15 range. As a matter of fact, we're going to drop $14.94 and we're going to change that to 15 right there. Boom, 15 bucks. So $15 is next for Avalanche. And by the way, that does not mean that there aren't or couldn't be some more breakdowns. I mean, obviously at this point, all of these market makers are they're weak. They're weak sticks. Okay, they're afraid of holding on. By the way, they don't want to be caught holding the bag, and it's their investment to do whatever they want with it. So, makes perfect sense that they would end up doing that. So, whatever. All right. So next up is Terra Luna Classic. Terra Luna Classic, no movement in any direction. So we're going to skip that one for right now. If you want to see Terra Luna Classic, then we'll talk about it on tomorrow's stream or on tomorrow's Luna Classic. Near Protocol, the number 2 AI. Guess what it's doing? Nothing. It's doing the same thing basically that that Tau is doing right now, but it gets better / worse. As you look around ICP. ICP, same thing, breaking down, just having a weak, just having a weak move off of that. Now, MK, by the way, is back to an all-time high or very close to an all-time high one more time again. Now, if you guys listened to me and you got in here when I told you to get in here and I begged you and pleaded with you to get in right now, you're up 28x from your move. Okay, so if you had $1,000, now you have 28,000. Don't forget that you're supposed to be tipping me. You're supposed to be giving me like a tip because you make a bunch of money off of it when we do stuff like that. If you do that and you make a bunch of money, the protocol here is you're supposed to be leaving me a big tip because I just made you a bunch of money. And the wallets are down below so that you can do that. But again, you're very near an all-time high for MemeLinked. MemeLinked is currently trading at about a $10 million market cap. If it goes to a $100 million market cap, won't affect me at all. I have a very small bag of MK. When my bag, which was originally $1,000, right around, so I got it right around this little surge right here, okay? No, it was this surge right here. Yeah, in July. So I've been down. When I got up here, I took $1,000 out and paid myself and got my $1,000 back. So right now, I only have a couple $100. As a matter of fact, my MK bag is. And Pablo, if you see this, send me $1,000. Let's see. I think it's 400. I think it's $400. Yeah, my bag right now is $400. I only have $400 worth of MemeLink. So if it goes up 10x and goes to 100 million market cap, it'll be $4,000. So, that's not going to be that much, So, not really worried about, but we're going to keep talking about it, especially when it breaks out and has like a good run like that. That's not AI, but I did want to talk about it real quick. What is another one here? RLC, which is an AI protocol. It is doing the same thing, it's just down. So, AI is just a narrative that hasn't had a nice rotation on it. Ondo is still breaking down. I'm less bullish on Ondo every single day right now. That does mean, by the way, that there's going to be a massive move. Now, let me show you where the next, since it's breaking down right now, this is where I would look at for the next breakdown to happen right here at 30 cents. So 34 cents, 30 cents. I don't think that really matters too much, but set a buy order on Ondo at 30 cents and look for a very, very strong bounce. But, unless this market picks up, unless Ethereum starts to run, then they're going to extract more out of this project. They're going to keep extracting. That's what they do. It's who they are. These people are goblins. They are ghouls. I don't make that up when I say that. I have conviction in it. Trust me, guys. Let me put it this way. If I were looking at the director of Jane Street right now, I would not hesitate to spit in their face when I heard them lie to me about something, or Wintermute or anybody like that. You know why? Because fuck it. Who cares? Stop me and do something about it. You know what I mean? So they're ghouls. They're goblins to me. They're the worst of the worst. But anyway, so for Pendle, I'm not seeing any kind of life out of Pendle, but I'm not seeing it out of anything really. So, you know what I mean? Like it's just, it had a strong rebound today. Matter of fact, if you guys remember, I had a little over, I want to say $700, put $700 into Pendle, and it ripped. It ripped up here. But I got it like right here at like $3 or $3.30. You know what I mean? Like I got it back in July, around the same time. Had a nice little run. That $1,000 was up to like 1,600, 1,700. Now it's down to, let me see where it is right now. I'll tell you, baby bird. $510. It was at $560 a couple days ago. But it's down to $508. Now, Pendle, I don't think that it has the capacity. By the way, when you look at it here by market cap, 351 million. I'm not going to make very much money off of Pendle at all if it pops and if it rips, if it really just goes crazy like I think that it's going to. 3 billion market cap off of that turns 500 into 5,000. But that's as far as I think it's going to go in a best case scenario. But I'm still convicted that it has a higher propensity for upside than anything else. And by the way, when this one pops, I think it's going to pop major, because remember, Pendle is an institutional grade lender using the Aave protocol like everybody else. When you're buying and or borrowing or lending, it's more robust, it's faster than Aave, but it uses the same protocol, so it'll lock up your funds inside your own wallet until such time as you settle the debt. Does the same thing, but it's institutional grade. The reason that it doesn't really matter right now, because institutions are not on the sidelines, but a lot of them are still on the sidelines, waiting for the Clarity Act so that they know what the guardrails are for cryptocurrency. So this is not popping right now, but it's going to pop massively when the timing, when it hits when the clock strikes midnight. Cinderella's stuff is coming off, and this thing is going to blow up. SWI, look, since SWI is not moving, I'm just going to say that SWI probably due for another trip down to $1.30. When you look at this, I'm looking for a pop, right? I'm looking for it to break out. I'm looking for some positive reaction right now. You kind of look at it right here, get it again, touch as many data points as you can, and you're seeing a clear downtrend on the top. Every crypto is doing that. But what I'm not seeing is I'm not seeing any more spikes back up to that upside. Now, what we were looking at before is we had the spike down, then we had to move back up here, almost got to the range. So, we'll forgive this one for not breaking up there, because then it comes back down and then boom, it breaks up there. Then it stays up there, it stays up there, it stays up there. And now it's breaking down, and instead of breaking towards the upside, it's breaking back towards that downside. So we're catching this little range right here, meaning probably going to be looking at SWI kind of around this range. So if you're looking to pick up some more SWI, perfect opportunity for you to get yourself another big bag. Dev, I got nothing. I mean, look, I did reach out, by the way. So I may be there might be a stream coming here very soon where Tom's going to come on. We're going to talk about fiat. Yeah, so he hasn't confirmed it yet, but we're going to be, I'm going to live stream. We're going to talk about fiat, so that you guys know what's going on there. It's going to be the AI centerpiece for the dev ecosystem. Also, if you have heard the rumors about, because there were some leaks yesterday, the dev team did meet. If you're familiar with what's going on, the dev team, including Will Stewart and all of the bigwigs, they all met yesterday, and somebody publicly said the name of their partner in a private chat that may or may not have been private. I'm not really sure exactly what was going on, but I immediately started getting people telling me who the partner was. And I mean, we already know who the partner is, but I mean, I had people coming out like, oh my God, you know what I mean? But it didn't do anything for the price. Okay, so I think people are tired of waiting for, remember, it's hold on one second. Yeah, I don't have anything yet. Okay, so nonetheless, we're not talking to new people. We're not bringing in new investors. Like, there's nobody doing anything positive right here. They're not marketing it properly. Not for crypto. For crypto, again, there's nothing to market until there's something to market. So when I say that, like, I don't want it to be. It's not negative against dev. It's just the reality. The reality is, until they have something to market, they don't have anything to market. So who gives a shit? So we'll see what happens there. Definity. So here's the problem with Definity. All right. Now, and by the way, I don't have a problem with Definity. I asked AI so that you guys understand what happened here with Definity. Definity partnered with Midnight. For those of you who don't know, Midnight is the blockchain that's being created. It's the privacy Zcash type blockchain being developed with Cardano with Charles Hoskinson and Midnight Foundation right here. 17,100 followers. Okay, so Bloomsbury, which is the parent company of Definity, makes an announcement, and that announcement is that they've partnered with Knight to provide payment services, which is awesome, right? So right here, you get the announcement from a place called Liquidity Finder. I don't know what Liquidity Finder is. I don't follow it, by the way, so I have no idea what this is. We're the largest marketplace to connect with brokers, fintech companies, and digital asset firms. Want a partner? Email us. All right, well, we'll give them a follow. But here's what they do. They repost this after they posted it. Bloomsbury Money as exclusive partner for global FX, cross-border payments, and employee debit cards. This partnership bridges privacy-focused blockchain tech with regulated financial infrastructure. Check out the full article at liquidityfinder.com. You go over here to liquidityfinder.com and you see that Midnight Foundation has partnered with Bloomsbury Money. And that sounds really, really good. However, we're going to do a search, DEFX. No mention of DEFX. When I do that, there's absolutely no mention of DEFX. So that was a mistake, I think, from Bloomsbury in their announcement. However, Bloomsbury did say that the DEFX token, that's going to be the gas that runs this. However, nobody knows that. So again, I just think that was a bad way of wording the whole thing and getting it. And by the way, even Liquidity Finder is doing all of their stuff. They're telling you why this thing is a long-term, why it's great, that all of this kind of stuff. And it's left to Randy Chavez right here. Only 11 people looked at this, okay? Because this is not a big deal. It's not a big money move. Like, this is, so only 1,935 people even know about it. Here's the problem with that. Problem with that is Charles Hoskinson is the guy who created Midnight, okay? This is the guy who did it. This is the guy who's partnering, and guess what? He's now taking a few days off because he's out here ranting about the Clarity Act, basically. So he's kind of paused because he kind of went he just kind of went nuts over here on this one. He's 37. Jesus Christ. I look younger than him. I don't really. But Charles Hoskinson, that's the guy. If that guy made an announcement that the DEFX token was working, that would bring in Cardano people, that would bring in the Midnight people and stuff like that. But as of right now, they don't know. So this was not the best rollout. So what you saw the spike with the anticipation. You saw it move up into that 2,200 range. Coming up to 2.29 cents. You saw it, and it looked like it was ready to surge. It looked like it was ready to have a big run, but what did you get instead? You got the break to the downside. Now, you take that break from the downside. Let's kind of break this down. Let's just say, well, we got good things happening. It's going to take a little while before we really see it, and guess what? We got this move right here, and we've got that kind of playing out right there, and so far down here at the bottom, we got this playing out right here. So what I think is going to happen is I think that we're still going to get a massive breakout on Definity that nobody knows. Nobody knows about Definity. They just did a poor job of that announcement. So I think we're going to see a big move on Definity. So I am imploring you guys, don't risk more than you can afford to lose. Just assume that everything could go to zero. But whatever spare you have right now, Definity, DEFX token, that is the meta. That is the big move right now. And I think that what you'll see is at least a run very quickly, very soon, up to the top of this blue line right here. No promises that it goes beyond that. It should go all the way back up here to the top, okay? It should go back to the top, and it should break out, because right now you're looking at it at about a $2 million market cap. Let me confirm that. Yeah, $2.4 million market cap for Definity. At a $2.4 million market cap, it's nothing to say that this should be a $24 million market cap. Really, it should be a $50 million market cap because of the partnership. But, again, I haven't seen anything that's just kind of lit it up and like that. You know, it just seems like they really missed the boat on how they were presenting it. And then the Midnight Foundation doesn't seem like they've done very much to try to, you know, massage whatever the reasons are. This is their partnership, so eventually this thing's going to blow up, okay? Because the partnership is secured. It's already been publicly announced. It's already out there. So this is one of those great opportunities. And now this. TerraCasino.io is your place for risk-based gaming. Folks, they just gave away $2,000. They're giving away $100 a day. They're also giving away $200 in weekly free rolls and 125,000 euros from now until March 29. So sign up today. Folks, if you're trading any sort of meme or utility coins on the Terra Luna Classic network, the #1 place to go is Terraport.finance. They have over $30,000 in volume daily, far exceeding any other competitors. Make sure that you sign up at Terraport.finance, connect your wallet, and start trading today. You can even buy the Believe meme coin. Folks, if you want to track your trades, trackmytrades.ai helps you do all that and more. You can actually see the trades that I've been making so far. I'm up $143. I have a win rate right now of 100%. I know it won't stay that way, but I'm tracking my trades using trackmytrades.ai. There's a link in the description down below. Folks, the best trading indicator that I know of right now is Crusader Signals. It gives you all you need to know about what's going to happen in the market next. And in fact, as it applies to Terra Luna Classic, all it's doing right now is giving you buy signals. That last pump that we got, that enormous one that was caused when Ian went on stage with his Terra Luna Classic shirt, all of that pump right there, it didn't even give a sell signal. That's the level of confidence it has in Terra Luna Classic right now. If you are interested, you should certainly go check out Crusader Signals Indicator in the description down below. It is a paid model, but it is worth every penny of it. All you have to do is have the strength to just buy and buy and buy and let the chart do the rest. It's not financial advice, but I'm always right. All right, so guys, Crusader Signals is awesome, by the way. So if you have not become a member, if you've not tried that out, Crusader Signals is really kick-ass. And by the way, if you just pay attention to it and you just do it the way that it's designed, and again, I told you, like if you get, let's look at Arrow for an example here. And let's throw on Crusader Signals, just to give you guys an idea. We want to put it on here into the 1 hour, right? So we're in a 1 hour. So you just got a buy signal over here, and you put in $100. Okay. Now you're not using leverage. You're not using leverage. Okay. You're just using a buy signal. Okay. You get buy strength 1, so you put $100 in. You get buy strength 2, you put $200 in. Now it's lower. Okay. So you got the buy signal here at 49 cents right now, and it's at 48 cents. So you're down. You got $100 in at 40. What is this? 50 cents, 51 cents. Then you had a DCA, so now you got a much better and more favorable, and it continued to go down a little bit, and then it started to reverse. So it didn't give you any buy signals right here because it's just kind of ranging, but that generally means that it's going to go up, right? So if you look at it from this, you got this long-term buy signal here. These things do take a few days to kind of manifest, but you get a buy signal 1, then it gives you a sell. It's like sell because you just got a spike. You got an enormous spike, sell. All right, now you're going to buy some more. Now you're going to buy a little bit more. Now you're going to buy a little bit more. Now you're going to DCA. Now you're going to DCA. And guess what? If you did this and you followed this script right here and you did this exactly as it's done, right? Down, 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 boom. You got a nice little spike over here. You made all your money back. Now you got a little bit of profit to go along with it. All you have to do is follow it. I'm telling you, it makes it easy for you. All you need to do is just do it. Speaking of Arrow, let's turn off Crusader Signals and let's see what we got here. I don't see anything bullish right now. Again, I do think that Arrow as the lending protocol for Base which is probably going to become an institutional-based thing like Pendle. I think Arrow is going to be one of those as well. And they also use Aave lending protocols. They lock your tokens inside your own wallet, et cetera, et cetera. So they're spiking. The last time they hit this line over here, boom, 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 boom. 1, 2, 3, 4. Nice big run. Now this thing is probably going to break up here to $1 or something very, very soon. Don't know, but looks like it. API 3. I'm going to stay bullish on API 3 that it's going to break and it's going to have that tremendous upside. The problem, of course, is that the market has been just bleeding as dry. Aster, Jake's buying more Aster. I'm not. I told you guys to sell it when it was at $1. I told you guys to get out when it was at $1 and at $1.10. I said there's no way. Don't do this. It's going to be a mistake. If you listen to me, then you're fine. If you listen to Jake, you're wrecked. Centrifuge. Centrifuge is showing me no bullishness right now. So we're going to move this, by the way, and we're going to drop this down because I just do not feel it anymore on Centrifuge at all. At first I was like, I think that maybe it's got an opportunity for a breakout. I do not feel that way anymore. Conflux, again, Conflux is the only public blockchain in China. China's doing everything it can to try to stab crypto in the back and, do all of its kind of raggedy BS that it does. But at some point, it's going to spike, and this is not the all-time high. Like the all-time high, look at this. It went up to 55 cents. It's at 7 cents right now. The next time it pumps, it's going to go to 70 cents. Like it's going to go back up there. It's going to follow that trend line. So when it does that, that's going to be an easy 10x for you on Conflux. And by the way, don't forget, as the crypto market structure bill starts to happen, as we see it start to break out in the United States, guess what? Conflux is going to respond, and Conflux is going to have a massive move. Remember, the Chinese yuan is part of Conflux now. So there will be a moment in time where Conflux, the only public blockchain in China, becomes ubiquitous with every Chinese crypto, whatever they are, I don't know what they're planning on doing or how they're going to do it, but everything will transact on Conflux. So that's going to be gigantic for them. So if you don't have any Conflux, by the way, remember it's down here at the launch price, near the launch price. Ultimately, what is the market cap right now? 19 million is the volume. I don't know the market cap. Son of a bitch. But whatever the market cap is on it, let's go look. Because now I do want to know. 372 million market cap. 372 million market cap. So 5 billion market cap by the time it's done. 13, 14x. Easy money. Easy money. DXY is down under $1. We're not getting any kind of spike over there. That's actually a good sign. Fias, god damn it, I can't get Fias to break out. I need Fias to break down to a penny for me to enter. I sold my Fias, by the way. I'm no longer in Fias. I sold it a while back. You see it's bouncing right now, and it's going up a little bit. Every time I don't have it right, but right there. It's still in an upward trend. I need it to break down a little bit. I'll become a buyer when it hits a penny. If I see it hit a penny, I'm buying. Again, because I think if it goes to a penny, every time it goes to a penny, it spikes real high. It goes up to 3 cents over here, went up to 2.5 cents over here. When you see it and it happens, you're like, wow. Link guys are not serious. The Link guys on X are just not serious people. It's doing, by the way, the same thing that I was just talking to you about. It's trending on the bottom here, which means that there could be some more downward momentum. And if it does, in fact, then the downward momentum could cut it in half to about $6 or $7. Still going to be the biggest, the biggest data-driven crypto in all of cryptodom. But otherwise, yeah. Pepe had a big breakout there. Did exactly what we. Can I not just give you I gave you exactly what was going to happen here? Jesus Christ. Oh, if you guys are not doing it, if you're sitting here every day and you take the time to listen to me rant and rave and stuff like that, and you're not taking your wins, what are you doing? The whole idea here is go to KCEX, sign up, and start trading today. Holy shit. Oh my God. And if you want to trade, if you want to just trade normal without futures or anything like that, weeks works too. So Zebek Network, don't really, we're going to drop that one because I don't really have anything to talk about with Zebek Network. I'm just not a fan. I'm not enough of a fan of it to even know what's going on or care what's going on over there. So we can throw that down here. There were some spikes in prices today. XMR Monero had a nice little rally today. I think it was up at 1.26% on the day. Volt still way down. Uniswap down. Tron down. Troll down. We're going to remove that one. Telcoin. Look at Telcoin spiking. Telcoin was going absolutely nanners today. If you look at it, this was one of them that was spiking. It was up, let's go from the bottom to the top. It was up 21% on the day. Telcoin having a massive, massive rip there. And then Midnight Foundation. Midnight is at $1 billion market cap, by the way. 995 million market cap. Let's pop that up there because we want to cover that every single day. We want to look at near, or we want to look at night. We want to put that right next to Definity so we know exactly what's going on over there. But again, it's $1 billion market cap. And then you have Cardano at 36 cents. Like those three together, 15 billion market cap. If any of that money rotates over to Definity, if any of it rotates over to Definity, it's going to be massive. So I would be looking for some kind of move over there. Now, Roy G, what's going on? Mike Vollmer, what is going on? Yeah, Mike Vollmer says he looks 57. The guy is just, he looks old. He looks old. And Roy G says, I think there was an article on Yahoo Finance also. It was the problem with the article was it was a Bloomsbury. Like Bloomsbury is the one that put it out. And like, I don't know why they didn't put any DEFX on there. I don't know why they didn't put any Definity stuff on there. They're going to have to course correct, or at least people are going to discover it very quickly. So I'm not really concerned with it. I wanted to see it happen a little bit faster because really what I wanted to see was I wanted to see a nice little move. I wanted to be able to take my original investment out so that I can then use that money for something else. And I just didn't get that pop. I didn't get the big pop that I was looking for right there. And that annoys the shit out of me, by the way. But I mean, whatever. It's only money. It'll come. It always comes back around, right? Also, I am down 2% right now on that Bitcoin long. So it looks like we're going to have a nice little spike up there. I want to get that back up into that 97,000 range. We get that 97,000 range. And where's my TP right there? 97. About a 30% profit, something like that. So it's not going to be that much. Do I want to do that? Yeah, we're going to let that ride. We're going to let that ride. We're going to let it ride. We're letting it ride. All right, guys, that's it. That's the show. Thank you so much for tuning in. The best thing you can do to help me, hit the like button, leave a comment down below. I'm going to wrap this show up right now. So if you would leave a comment, I appreciate you guys. And the easiest thing, if you want to help me, the biggest thing you can help me to do right now, if you want to help me, in fact, is that top 5 at 5 is my new most important video. Not because it earns me any money or does anything for me, but because I'm trying to reestablish a new narrative. And if you guys engage with that video, that helps me out tremendously. So other than that, thank you so much for tuning in. It's not financial advice, but I'm always right.